Hello, it's Friday the 6th of March 2015. You know, every day I have a bit of paper, right? And throughout the day I write down little bits and things that I might or might not talk about on our little daily chats. Oh, a little bit warm in it. It's lovely weather out there today. The sun has got its hat on. Hip, 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 hooray! Oh yes, the sun's out, gang. Spring is definitely in the air here in Royal Berkshire in the United Kingdom. It has warmed up considerably. Well, it's not hot. Don't get me wrong, you still got to have a coat on when you go out, but the daffodils are all out, and the crocus, they're blooming away, the snowdrops are in their last legs now, and even the swans were out this morning while I was walking to the swimming pool. And there's our swan, our beautiful swan, sitting there all alone. Look at him. And I really am that close to him. There's no zoom there. They're very tame, those swans. And there's the family. We got the mummy and daddy swan there and the two babies that are not so baby anymore. I think the young ones are the ones that have still got greyy brown on the feathers. Aren't they beautiful just sitting there? Beautiful swans. Swan Lake car. La da 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 da. One of my friends, Femi and Frank, two of my very, very good friends who come to the City of Quebec Karaoke, where I am every Monday night from 9 o'clock, they say I've got a good singing voice. I say, are you wearing your hearing aids? I've got a karaoke voice. Anyway, as I was saying, you know, every day before I come up here and have a chat, I write things on a bit of paper. And quite often, as has happened today, so I'm sure I had the bit of paper when I came up here, and I can't find it anywhere. Can't find this bit of paper anywhere. So I'm going to have to do it from memory again, I'm afraid. We'll have to do today's programme unrehearsed from memory. Memory, midnight, not a time. I'm just feeling in a singing mood today, boys and girls. Are you please? Carl up north somewhere, Carl Waring doesn't like my singing. As soon as I start singing, he turns off. I think looking at you, anyone would be turned off, to be honest, Carl. I'm sorry to have to say that to you. So last night I went to see the film with Ronny and his other half, Best Marigold Hotel 2. I saw the first one, highly amusing, and I loved it. Sorry, gang, the second film is not as good as the first one. I found it very slow to start, and it didn't have my attention until about a third of the way in, roughly. Okay, so sorry to have to tell you, all those wonderful, wonderful people are in there. Where you've got Maggie Smith, Dame Judi Dench, they're all in there. And, oh, who's the grey-haired bloke now? American actor, very popular. Oh, gosh. Geary. Oh, gosh. Can't remember his name now. Sorry, can't remember his name. But he was in it as well. Wonderful actors. And the film is very warm, as was the first one. You know, you watch it and it's kind of nice. It's really nice to watch this film and all those elderly people. And, of course, the star, what's his name now? The names have gone. He played Sonny. Very famous. He was in that. This is shocking, isn't it? I'm not getting the words. Now, I've got to tell you, this keeps happening. I keep looking for things in my head and I can't find them for some reason. Is that a doctor's trip, do you think? There was an instant last night where I was in conversation with Ronny on the way home. Incidentally, we were the only 3 people in the cinema. We had difficulty choosing this, because my mate Ron, he's a bit of a ditherer. So he saw all those seats that were empty. Well, this immediately threw him into a terrible state of confusion, and he couldn't decide where he was going. Up and down the stairs, down and up the aisles. He couldn't decide where to sit. How awful. It took him about 20 minutes before he settled into a seat. Anyway, so we were having a conversation after the film, and it came across this word, and I just stopped, and the word wouldn't come into my head. Do you get that? Is that a normal thing? I'm sure it's happening more and more. Now, the boy who played Sonny in the film, he was in this quiz, Slumdog Millionaire. That's what he was in, Slumdog Millionaire. Oh, what a fantastic actor, and quite young as well, isn't he? He's a really good actor, so he would like playing the main part in there. If you want to see it, go and see it. It's not rubbish. It's not rubbish at all. It's just not as good as the first one. Don't know what you think. If you've seen it, please send me a little message and let me know, okay? Some messages from yesterday's little video, boys and girls. Wendy Young says, I love it that you were recognised. I love it as well. But I pretended not to. You know, I'm saying, oh my God, you haven't seen that, have you? And I kind of put my hands on my face as if to pretend to be embarrassed. But actually, I loved it. I love it. Can you see? It's happened a few times, you know. I've been walking down the street. Excuse me, are you Chris? Oh, yes, it's me. And then they quickly wander across to the other side of the road for some strange apparent reason. So thank you, Wendy. And she also loves the Ukulele Man. Yes, a few people are enjoying these little musical bits that I put in now and again. Perhaps someone singing, or in this case, someone playing the ukulele. Do you want a little bit more of that? You know, maybe once or twice a week I could pull out one of my karaoke people and show you a song by them. Would you like that? Please let me know. Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. The lovely Angela Washington, who I'm a little bit jealous of at the moment. Angela has just had a platinum with Barry Manilow. What's a platinum with Barry Manilow? Non-Barry Manilow people are asking. A platinum with Barry Manilow is where you get to go in a room with him and have a little bit of a conversation. Yes, costs a lot of money. But all the money goes to his wonderful charity that he supports, which I think is musical instruments for schools in America. What he does with all the money is he buys musical instruments for schools and sends them over there. I think he's delivered one or two himself. I'm not quite sure how he carries a piano on his back into a classroom, but he must find a way of doing it, dear. So Angela I'm jealous, Angela. She just had a platinum with the great man himself. And she says, are you sure it wasn't Sweeney Todd's? I guess not, seeing as you left with your neck intact. Yes, because I had one of those Turkish shaves yesterday. You know those ones? They put a hot towel on your head and you look like Edith Piaf. Like where you no, Carmen Miranda. You look like Carmen Miranda when you've got this like thing over your face like that and just your nose sticking out. And then when he takes it off, he puts this foam stuff on a little brush, brushes all around your face and that. And he does that quite a lot. I must say, really good lather up, much better than the stuff that comes out of a blooming spray can, dear. And then you get this shave with a cutthroat razor. And Angela said, I guess not, seeing as you left with your neck intact. Yes, oh yes, you do put quite a lot of trust, don't you, in a barber when they start bringing out that blooming cutthroat razor thing. I mean, I'm sorry, Syria, a holiday in Syria is not on the cards for me. Oh dear, they chop heads off there, don't they? Nasty people. Why don't someone just go and blow the lot of them up? I'm sorry, why don't they just do that? It'd solve all the problems, would it? Or would it make it even worse? I don't know. I shan't be going to Syria anyway. However, for the moment, I shall allow on occasions. The other time I had a cut, I've only had that twice. The other time I had a cutthroat razor thing was in Italy, and that was not last October, the October before when I went with my mate Ron, and it was two little old men. And they must have been well into their 60s, I would say late 60s. And they were running this little barber's place, and we had one there. And oh, they were just so nice. They couldn't speak a word of English, didn't matter. They were so perfectionists, you know. And there was a little queue of people, you know, we waited our turn. And once you're in that chair, they spend as much time as they need to give you that perfect shaven haircut. Was so impressed with those. But yes, Angela, fortunately, my head is still here. But maybe I just don't need my body anymore, Angela. You know, possibly, I think in a few years' time, I will be able to actually have my head removed and positioned in front of a little camera, and I could just talk 24 hours a day. I wonder if you'd have to sleep. Maybe you have a little bit of a sleep here and there, you know, maybe a nap. But I could just, you know, sit in front of a camera and talk 24 hours. I'd be happy as a sandbag. You know, not having to go and do exercising, you know, because there's no more of your body to store that excess fat that I keep to... Oh, I've put the weight on, dear. The weight's gone up again. Mind you, I've been eating naughty things recently. Very, very naughty things. I cannot reveal to you on this programme. You will be disgusted, boys and girls, about the ice cream and the chocolate. Oh, please don't go there. Please don't go there. No. Brandon says, not only did we have Ronnie and Andy, we had an X-rated description of what happened at the barbers. Why was it X-rated? Brandon, you really need to have your mind looked at, dear. I mean, you seem to pick up on things that aren't actually there, dear. You really don't, my love. There's nothing rude about my family-orientated programmes that children of all ages can watch, and adults too, if they want to. Thank you. Brandon says, some great ukulele playing. Oh, it's great, isn't it? I love to see people with great talent like that. You know, maybe someone watching this show has got a bit of talent. You could video it and send it in. I'll give you a special number to do that. If you've got an instrument, you want to set up your iPhone or something, record a bit of you playing, I'd love to show that. If you do want to do that, send us an email and I'll tell you how to send it over, okay? My email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Was there anything else? Let me think. I did write a couple of things down here. Forgetting words. Oh, yes. A very interesting programme on the telly. Actually, I'll leave that till tomorrow's show because we've got a live show tomorrow. Did anyone see the programme NHS £2 billion and counting? If you did, then join us tomorrow and we'll have a little bit of a chat about that. Tomorrow is our live show, boys and girls. You can join us at 12 o'clock UK time. That's 12 in the afternoon UK time for our live show, and you can join in by Skype and email and telephone as well. To find that, go to unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk sometime after sort of 11:30 tomorrow morning, every Saturday morning. Log on there, you'll get a bit of music for the first half hour, and then I start bang on 12 o'clock. Okay, so go to unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, and just below the top, click the Union flag, big Union flag there, and that will take you to the place, and you'll see it sort of near the top. I think it says live show and all that business. Just click on there. You have a lovely Friday, and indeed, if you're in the King's Cross area in London tonight, I'm hosting karaoke at a place called Central Station, and that's between 9:30 and 1:30, although last week, very successful. That's going very well, that one. Last week, we did extend to 3 AM. So if you want to come along to that, karaoke at Central Station, King's Cross, tonight, that's Friday night, between 9:30 PM and 1:30 AM. I'll see you for the live show tomorrow afternoon at 12. Have a nice Friday. Bye-bye.